Fala galera, estamos começando mais um episódio, né? Mais uma nova série de gameplays, né? Do jogo Divinity Original Sin 2, né? Definitive Edition. E vamos lá. Vamos iniciar aqui. Bem, aqui a gente tem alguns personagens que já têm a sua história, né? Que são os personagens de origem, né? Só que eu vou jogar com um personagem próprio, né? Sem ser um desses de origem aqui. Com um elfo, né? E aquele velho bom caçador.
You're not trying to escape, are you?
Better luck next time.
You're not trying to escape, are you?
Almost got me that time.
Ah, nice try.
You're not trying to escape.
Ha! Nice try.
Greet the Reaper for me.
Glory is mine.
Meet your maker.
Meet your maker.
Try again.
Meet your maker.
Aqui, ó, talentos. Determina as características únicas de um personagem. Escolha-lhe talentos que complementem as habilidades e atributos do personagem, né? Aqui, diferente do Divinity, né, que eu joguei com 4 jogadores e alguns companions. Eu vou jogar com um único jogador, né, com o talento Lone Wolf, né, que ele traz várias melhorias, mas você só pode jogar com 1 até 2 personagens, né. Ó, Lobo Solitário concede mais 2 pontos de ação máximos, né, 2 PA de recuperação, 30% de vitalidade, 60% de armadura física e armadura mágica, e o dobro de pontos investidos em atributos, né, para um máximo de 40, e habilidade de combate, exceto de polimorfia, para um máximo de... Vai ser esse mesmo. A gente vai começar com ele aqui. Aqui, os atributos. Certo, nas quais você pode gastar pontos a subir de nível. As estatísticas primárias têm influência direta sobre as estatísticas secundárias, né? Você causa com as escolas de técnicas que você investe, né? Beleza, mas também outros benefícios. Dê as descrições das escolas técnicas para entender o que os pontos fazem, né? Ó, força, né? Aumenta o seu dano com armas e técnicas que utilizam força. Ele permite carregar, levantar e carregar objetos mais pesados, né? Certo, mais um ponto, mais 5% de dano. Destreza aumenta seu dano com armas e técnicas que utilizam destreza. Inteligência, né? Certo. Aqui, constituição determina a quantidade de vida. Memória afeta a quantidade de janelas de memórias, quais são necessárias para memorizar as técnicas. Técnicas mais poderosas custam mais janelas. Astúcia afeta sua chance de crítico, iniciativa e a capacidade de detectar armadilhas e encontrar tesouros. Certo. Então, rola vai ser destreza, constituição, memória e astúcia, né? Provavelmente. Vamos lá. Tá tudo em destreza. Aqui nas habilidades, né? Habilidades civis são aquelas usadas fora do combate. Certo. Cinese, conhecimento para identificar os itens, né? Atividade, gatunagem. Ação, persuasão. Tirar esse aqui. Deixa eu ver aqui, né? Eu vou começar a caça. Ó, aumenta o bônus de dano ao atacar em terreno elevado, né? Mais 5% para o dano de ataque em terreno elevado. Note que este bônus é aplicado depois que todos os outros bônus tiverem sido aplicados. Certo. Na arte da guerra, ataques físicos causam mais 5% de dano. Então isso aqui provavelmente vai ser bom pra gente que luta com arco, né? Aumenta a velocidade do movimento e o seu multiplicador crítico. Beleza, isso aqui é legal também. Dano de fogo. Isso aqui. Água e cura, né? Armadura mágica. Dano de ar. Todos os seus danos de veneno e terra, né? Restauração de armadura física. Necromancia. Cura você sempre que a vitalidade do inimigo sofrer dano. Legal isso aqui, viu? Invocação, certo. Vou botar caça aqui e patife. Aqui, telecinese é mais para pegar o item de longe, acho que não vai precisar. Conhecimento é para identificar os itens, só que, se eu não me engano, os comerciantes identificam, então provavelmente a gente não vai precisar, né? É mais para você não ter que ir no mercador, né? Identificar. Personalidade, persuasão pode ser uma boa, aumenta a atitude base com estranhos em 5, né? Amuleto da sorte, negociação mais ou menos. Furtividade, né? Determina o quão bem você consegue se esconder sem ser pego. Melhora a estabilidade. Estabilidade diminui a área de visão dos jogadores, né? E aumenta a sua velocidade de movimento. Gatunagem. Melhora as suas habilidades de abrir trancas e furto. Eu acho que vai ser esse aqui por enquanto. Agora as técnicas, né? Ó, ricochete é sempre bom, que é aquela que você atira e bate em mais de 2 ou 3 players, né? A mesma que a gente tem. Aqui, ó, ponta de flecha elemental. Escolha a superfície dentro do alcance corpo a corpo. O dano elemental corresponde a essa superfície, né? É adicionado a seus ataques com armas. Tarará, tarará, certo? Tem esse aqui que é cravar, né? Causa dano fixo e aplica condição aleijada no personagem, né? Isso aqui é legal. Primeiro socorro, cura o alvo com 8. Vitalidade, remove as condições. Ó, lançar a faca, tira uma faca do seu oponente causando dano físico. Salta por cima do inimigo para aterrissar atrás dele apunhalando ele. Ok. Cloroforme, aplica dormir. Adrenalina. Ganhe 2 pontos de ação imediatamente, mas perca 2 pontos de ação no próximo. Os pontos de ação acima do seu máximo são perdidos. Certo, isso aqui achei legal. Identificações, né? Identificações determinam quais opções estarão disponíveis para ser nos diálogos e como o mundo reage aos membros da sua equipe. Certo, elfo. Posso botar vários. Não vou botar nenhum desses não. Acho que é isso, né? Aparência, pré-ajuste, talento, notificações, simbora. Tá, vou botar aqui, delinquente. Não, não vou botar nenhum, não é assim mesmo.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
Still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry. The sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
So it wasn't a dream after all.
Aqui acho que é no mesmo estilo, né? Tem um crânio sorridente.
Not a very chatty fellow, are you?
Aqui acho que tá no mesmo estilo, né? Dele colocar. Ah, tem que destravar. Tem um lance aqui que são essas algibeiras de presente, né? Que elas mudam, é como se fossem alguns mods, né? Que deixam o jogo mais legal, assim, mas enfim. Vou colocar alguns aqui, né? Por exemplo, esse último aqui, corredor incansável, né? Você ativa uma magiazinha que deixa o jogador numa velocidade de movimento, né? Mais rápida, porque realmente ele andando na velocidade é muito devagar, né? Então você faz para deixar um pouco mais fluido, né? Enfim, vou colocar alguns aqui. 7 vidas. Transforma o gato preto em um seguidor, né? Assim que ele é resgatado. Isso aqui é um petzinho que a gente conhece, né? Jardins de ervas. Plante seu próprio jardim de ervas. Combine qualquer erva com um balde para... Note que esta é uma mudança permanente, que é certo. Meditação da essência. Restaurar os pontos de essência toda vez que o personagem descansar nas cinzas. Nunca subestime o poder de uma boa noite. Para ressuscitar seus aliados, você só terá que usar o saco de dormir. Como eu não vou jogar com outros, não tem problema. Empatia animal. Permite todos os personagens do jogador falem com os animais sem precisar gastar pontos de talento. Isso aqui já é show. Aproveita a repetição e a habilidade de toda a sua equipe e capacidade de barganhar por preços melhores, né? Eu acho que ele não limita ao jogador que está falando com o mercador, né? Ele pega o total da coisa. Vou botar, mas nem vai fazer muita diferença, eu acho. Letralização do combate não, conjunto de criação. Você poderá criar muitas receitas novas e objetos únicos. Vou botar talentos divinos, né? Visão espiritual melhorada. Aumenta o raio de ativação da visão espiritual. Tarará, tarará. Espelho mágico no Forte da Felicidade. Faz um espelho mágico aparecer na arena do Forte da Felicidade. Além de um novo nível de criação do personagem, você poderá retribuir os atributos. Redistribuir, né? Ok. Organização melhorada, isso aqui é legal. Obtenha uma coleção de algibeiras especiais que lhe permite organizar melhor seu inventário. Note que esta é uma mudança permanente, você não poderá desativá-la. Ok. Corredor incansável, pronto. Ok. Deixa esse aqui. Se usar, fica andando um pouquinho mais rápido, né? Porque ali a Maria.
An animal sty. Freight or food?
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you.
Fresh meat. Nice. Plump. Banded like a chicken's leg, too. But look at the flies. Burn, wisdom. Flies.
With 2 shakes of her stumpy tail, the sheep turns away from you to peruse.
Toda ousada. Ó, aqui é legal que ele traz, né, diferente do Baldur's Gate 3, né, que a gente jogou, e do Divinity 1 também, ele realmente traz uma mochila para cada tipo de item, e à medida que você vai pegando ele já armazena lá, né, e fica mais fácil de gerenciar.
That click. This floor plate triggered something.
Olha, aplica condição lento.
You there. Come here.
Peguei um pergaminho, você encontrou o pergaminho, use-o sobre uma poça d'água ou uma nuvem de vapor e veja o que acontece.
Hey! Get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. You in? Your guess is as good as mine. Someone screamed loud as a banshee. After that, pure pandemonium. They never even told me what I was accused of. Just dragged me down here. Set me free, and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think. A gentleman among jesters, you are. Give that lever a pull.
Tá. O outro aqui tá dormindo, né?
Before you can even touch the lever, you hear a sniff and snort behind you as the snoring Magister mumbles himself awake. One bloodshot eye opens, and then another.
Is my shift over? You here to relieve? Oh, wait, you're no Magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy elf? Choose your words carefully. My fists ache to meet a new face. Those idiots can't even walk straight without mucking it. Can't just leave the prisoner alone, though. I heard he might be the one causing trouble upstairs. What in the... A collared sauce freak thinks he can hoodwink... What's his name? Oh, I should have known there'd be trouble.
buoyant voice darkens as his eyes rest on yours.
Ah, freedom. Tastes better than wine. I'm nothing if not a man of my word. And I did give my word I'd set you free, lad. Say your prayers while you've breath to speak them.
Tá.
What would he have to gain by killing me? I need to keep my guard up. Not the most elegant solution, was it? And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
Deixa eu ver aqui o negócio.
Now, where did I leave my calipers? Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself. There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens. Oh, do go on. I won't hold it against you. My, aren't we a meek little lamb? Perhaps I needn't have collared you, so let's just leave it on, shall we? Because to answer your question, what this collar for your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's. Is he? Oh well. Some problems simply sort themselves, don't they?
She frowns and peers at you closely, resting the back of one hand on your forehead and taking your pulse.
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mull.
Good gods, there's been a murder here.
A young magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around her weapon as you pass. Behind the magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. It's a small ship. His name was Finn. Oddball. Looked to me like he saw something he wished he hadn't. We'll find out who did it. One way or...
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this. Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. Two things scared the living daylights out of him. We'll find out who did.
She looks up at you with a mirth.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, not with that collar on you. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Thanks.
You are, husband. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this loser woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical. How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to... What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? You presume right. Nope, Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear.
Good luck, Chief.
My mum doesn't like elves, but I have a secret. When I grow up, I'm gonna...
Do you know Losa? She's a really good singer. I'm better though. Listen. La 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 la.
You look a little bit elfish. Maybe your daddy was an elf. My daddy's name...
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old...
Snake eyes.
She chuckled.
I bet that's just what they'll look like. Rolling dice, deciding fates. Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
She eyes you suspiciously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat groomed.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone lay sleeping, you were reminiscing about the things you used to do together. Of course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep. You may have to bite a bit deeper, though. Not every elf, but anyway. Don't you worry, Dad. I don't lick and tell.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty.
I'm busy watching for clues, sorcerer. Go take your sub-story somewhere else.
I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Well,
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this trampy...
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasant.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you...
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander, many...
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword, and now he's Johnny Big Pants. Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the joy. Away from interested... No. The dead man. Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't...
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at it.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. The joy. I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself. Easy now. I might think the same, but Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet.
Name?
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you.
Away with you.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips. A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy. You hear that? The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom...
And? Sick as a leper's cat. From the state of it, I'd say she's being cared for by a bunch of beardless babes who never loved anyone, but there's more. Listen close. There now, just like squeeze. Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back, the other catches you before you...
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news. It's the wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading... Burn my beard. That means if we've been travelling for... Yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy. No indeed, boy. But
the dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips.
Got this wolf on a leash now.
Did you see the body? They ought to let you taste a bit. Maybe you'd find out who done it. It was one of them. I know it.
Put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't
Well, what have we here? A fresh face in this...
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would have. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
My, we are fierce, aren't we? Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook? Oh, goodness, no. Don't even mention the demon's test. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor? Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic. A bag is on then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after. Goodness gracious me, what a...
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper. Finer fare than boiled roots and rotten tubers, too. Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind this very...
Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
Name? The Divine Order wants to know. Well, you aren't here on my list. Coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning you. He reaches out and examines your face. He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
I am reading. My book is in my hands, my face turned away from you. Perhaps my eyes not on a page.
He grabs a metal plate and watches his reflection with one eye as the other shifts left to right and up to down. He repeats the maneuver with the opposite eye.
No, they are working quite adequately. It seems you are at fault. Predictable, really. Oh, I see. You have my apology. Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans. they laid their hands on me more than once. Perhaps. Perhaps not. Take this book, for example. I understand all of it. It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the... Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Oh, please. I have no interest in... No. I want to know about the Celestial. This text tells me that they created all creatures. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind? Of course you don't have any useful info. Now please, run along. I have a...
No amount of pestering will get the elf to take his eye.
It's a register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far?
He tugs the collar of his uniform.
Sorry you're upset, sir, but we all wear what we wear. You head on in now.
The young woman lies in a heap on the floor. She's breathing normally, but her eyes are wide open, like the... The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor, his great beard twisted and tangled around him. He is...
Oh! What happened? Must have been water.
The lizard's eye...
No, not the final dark. Not yet.
It's no use.
The dice roll darkly.
Ifan lies motionless, curled on the ground like an animal. Under his shaggy hair, you can see green. His eyes flicker open, but Ifan cries out. Paws desperately at its snout. It winces as it draws blood from its wet black nose and continues scratching. The dog notices you for the first time and snarls. It sneezes suddenly and paws...
Can't smell. Can't breathe. Too much leaves. Make it stop.
The dog whines and continues...
Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
Thank gods! By divine grace.
He eyes the collar circling your neck.
Another sorcerer!
He leaps to attention. was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You recognize the symbol. You press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither cold nor warm, but simply grey. It doesn't budge. You pass through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull, the skeleton, is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous insight.
No! What damn it catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be...
The skeleton groans and looks back.
Yes, indeed. It's the look of someone that wants to read. Now, if you're really quite finished, I believe you have lifeboats to flee to. Please, I was no more an elf than you are those rags you're wearing. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed. A mask that was stolen by that damned witch after her little... Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands.
The skeleton holds up his book in one...
I am trying to discover, and I will be damned if I let the lives of some mayflies get in my... Go on! Go, swim or drown or do...
The moment you touch the door grows... Something's breaking through.
I need to get out of here. Now. I need to get off this ship. There's still a chance. Chuck your trap, kid. Children are dwarfs first, just like the old stories say.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes.
You said there were other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Thank you. There's a ladder right over there.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear? Had to open your big mouth, didn't you? If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a boat. Wait, void woken.
Sink the ship on my watch.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Orivan.
Those Voidwoken made short bloody work of the ship. Am I the lone survivor? It seems someone, something, wanted me alive.
Beleza, galera, vamos ficando por aqui esse episódio. Se gostou, deixa o like, compartilha aí. Valeu!